If you're looking for the top 5 LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax, here is a review I really want to pay attention to. Number 5, we have BMO Harris. Our score, 8.8 over 10. The thing about BMO Harris is that BMO Harris is a great lender for LLCs. We love the fact that they're constantly actually improving their credit products. They're improving their customer service. And they have ALC business lines of credit that go from $10,000 to $1 million. This is really cool. Okay. So you have business lines of credit. You have loan amounts that actually follow the same pattern in terms of the range, $10,000 to $100,000 and from $100,000 to $1 million. And the cool thing about BMO Harris is that even though they are the problem with BMO Harris is that they are geo restricted. They're not available nationally, so you got to be in the geography that they cover. But if you are in that geography, you will love BMO Harris. Why? Because they have a very easy and fast process. I mean, the underwriting process is very fast. You can get approved within 72 hours, which is really great for a regional bank because BMO Harris is a tier 2 bank, is a mid-tier player. And usually you get a business line of credit for your LLC approved at mid-tier banks within 7 days. And at big national banks, you get it within 2 weeks. Okay. But BMO Harris has a very simple application process that makes it quick and easy to apply and get approved. Okay. And you can apply at a branch. They give you multiple options for the application process. You can apply online. You can apply over the phone. You can apply at a branch. As you know, in this show, we constantly advise our viewers and our business clients to apply for business loans and lines of credit for their LLCs, LPs, S corporations, C corporations, and any other corporation, any other organization, any other business. We advise them to apply at a branch after talking to a rep, a company rep. Okay, and you can use so you have when it comes to the LLC business line of credit that pulls Equifax at BMO Harris, you have the option. You can either collateralize the transaction, so you can have a secured business line of credit or an unsecured business line of credit. It really depends on you. And you can actually get a 0.25% rate discount with automatic payments from a BMO Harris personal or business checking account. If you are a sole proprietor, then it will have to be a personal account. Okay. But overall, this is a great player. 8.8 over 10. Number 4, we have here Citizens. Our score, 9 over 10. So when you think about Citizens, I want you to think about a business line of credit for your LLC that is constantly evolving. So what we love about Citizens is that once you actually get an LLC business line of credit with them, they actually will assign someone to you, and that person will talk to you. Someone will actually walk you through the whole process. And this is throughout the life of the business line of credit. This is really good. So you can get a business loan or a line of credit up to $250,000 in 2 to 3 days. This is really good. Okay. And by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this kind of conversations every now and then. And one thing I want to advise you is that if you are interested in a Citizens LLC business line of credit that pulls Equifax, please schedule a consultation first. This is how you want to kick off the process. Don't you try to do everything by yourself. No, you want to schedule a consultation. Talk to a Citizens rep. They will walk you through everything. They will explain to you the application process, which is easy anyway. Okay, and you are able to have your cash within 72 hours, 72 to 144 hours. So it can be 3 days to 6 days. Okay. And you can actually borrow for multiple uses, then pay back and borrow again as needed. Okay. And you only pay interest on the funds that you use. So with the Citizens business line of credit for your LLC, you only pay interest on the funds that you use. And you can choose from interest only or principal plus interest payment option. Okay. And lines of credit at Citizens are reviewed and renewed annually to provide you with funds from year to year. So they can actually increase your limit. Not a problem. Okay, but again, the cap overall for your LLC business line of credit is $250,000. Okay, but the thing with Citizens also is that they are actually geo restricted. So you got to be in the geography that they cover. So they're not available nationally, but again, it is what it is. And with an LLC from Citizens, you need to pay a monthly maintenance fee of $4.99. Okay, now they will waive it for you with a $500 minimum daily balance. Okay, so this is just what it is. Number 3 here we have Fifth Third Bank. Our score 9.1 over 10. The thing we love about Fifth Third Bank is that this bank will actually are very flexible in terms of the use of loan proceeds, the use of line of credit proceeds. I mean, they'll allow you to use the cash for anything you want. Okay. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we talking about? I'm giving you the top 5 LC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax for large amounts. Okay. So with Fifth Third Bank, you can actually access up to $100,000 if you are doing an unsecured business line of credit for your LLC. So the delta is $10,000 to $100,000. And if you were to do something, if you want to do something secured, in other words, if you are collateralizing the transaction, you can actually go above $100,000, not a problem. Now you might say, well, Fifth Third is kind of stingy, or that they're less generous. They are, but the thing is that you actually have the flexibility to use the cash for a lot of things. Okay, and you can use the cash to manage day-to-day business needs. Fifth Third Bank has no problem with that. You can access funds to meet short-term working capital needs such as inventory purchases, future project cost, or company payroll. Not a problem with that. You can take advantage of immediate business opportunities. Okay, this is kind of cool. You can pay for equipment repair and upgrade. You can meet seasonal business needs. You can cover overhead, meet payroll, maintain normal business activities. So you can do a constellation of things, a flurry of things with the Fifth Third Bank LLC business line of credit that pull personal Equifax. Okay, and you can actually finance initiatives or marketing campaigns to attract new customers and generate additional revenue through expanded business or sales. So what I'm trying to say here is what? With Fifth Third Bank, you have the flexibility. Okay, you have a fast process that will approve you within the 4 days, 4 to 7 days. Okay, and they give you the option to actually schedule an appointment to actually find a banker and talk to a banker first, which you should anyway. And the number is 1-877-534-2264. 1-877-534-2264. Number 2, we have Truist. Our score 9.6 over 10. One thing we love about Truist is that not only customer service is better, they will assign a banker to you. They'll also talk to you about the best type of financing that you need. Let's say you are interested in LLC, business line of credit, with Truist. Once you give them a call, they might say, well, you know what? We think a business loan will be better for your LLC. Okay, so this is kind of cool. We love this. We love lenders who really pay attention to borrowers, who really want their borrowers to actually win, so to speak. Okay, so I would advise you to start everything with Truist by giving them a call. Give them a call. They are also the bank is also geo restricted. They are a regional player. They are not a national player, but they are really good. If you happen to be in their geography, you will love Truist. I mean, especially after the merger between SunTrust and BB&T, Truist has become a more fantastic. I don't even know if that was that's a good construction grammatically here, but a more fantastic institution. Okay, so give them a call, 855-917-6189, 855-917-6189. So with Truist, you have ALC, business lines of credit, amounts that go all the way to, it really depends, it can go all the way to $1 million, even though more generally, they will cap you at $250,000, $250,000. But again, it depends on your business, on your LLC. It depends on your state, the state where you're applying from. You have terms up to 5 to 10 years. It really depends. Okay, but we love the flexibility with Truist. You actually can borrow. You can borrow up to your available credit limit. You can access funds by transferring money to your checking account and by writing checks. Okay, and you can actually use the business line of credit as a revolving line of credit and reborrow over time up to the maximum credit. And so this is really good. And one thing I also need to say here is that Truist will also can actually convert your LLC business line of credit into like the outstanding balance into a loan if you want that, if you are comfortable with that option. So that's the flexibility that Truist will actually give you if you ask them. So it's just good to know. Number one, the best of the best when it comes to the top 5 LLC business lines of credit that pull Equifax. We have KeyBank. Our score 9.8 over 10. So one thing we love about KeyBank is that, first of all, they're very generous, very, very generous. Think about it. So you have the term is renewable every 12 months. Minimum line of credit amount for your LLC, $10,000. Maximum line of credit amount for your LLC, $500,000. Think about that. $500,000. Fantastic. So whereas some banks are giving you $100,000, KeyBank is giving you $500,000 maximum. And KeyBank is a stronger player. Okay, when we talk about the mid-tier banks, the regional banks, KeyBank is just fantastic. They're a solid player, okay? And they have been kicking ass for the last 20 years. Fantastic, fantastic. And so you have an easy 24/7 access to funds. Secured and unsecured lines are available. You have competitive pricing. You have monthly payments with interest-only options. Okay, you do have a hassle-free renewal process. And you may be eligible for SBA guarantee. So this is really cool. And by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. Very important to recontextualize the conversation. So I'm giving you the top 5 LLC business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax for fast amount and large approvals. Okay, fast approval and large amounts, by the way. So similar to the advice I gave you for other lenders, it's good to actually kick off the process by calling KeyBank. That way you can ask all questions. Okay. Sometimes what's available on their website might be different from what's really the current policy, because things change, and sometimes they don't have to, a bank may not have the luxury of quickly updating the content on its website. So it's just better to actually call the source, so to speak. So with KeyBank, if you're interested in their LLC business line of credit, you want to call 1-888-KEY-4BIZ, 1-888-539-4249. The number again is 1-888-539-4249. Okay, and this is important. So you can schedule an appointment. You can talk to a branch manager in your neighborhood. Okay, if you go to the website, if you use the KeyBank app, or you go to the KeyBank's website, you can actually schedule an appointment now. You can actually enter your zip code, and you can find a branch or ATM near you, and you can kick off the process that way. If you have been listening to me so far, I want to reward you with a bonus here. And the bonus here is we have a business line of credit from First Citizens Bank. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So one thing we love about First Citizens Bank is that they are a lesser known bank, but this bank is really, really kicking ass. In terms of the line amount, you actually can get all the way to $1 million in LLC business line of credit. Okay, it's really good. And you can use the cash for a lot of things. And First Citizens is not going to ask you any question. All they ask is that you need to be a business client of theirs. Okay, you actually have to be in business for at least 6 months. So First Citizens does have this business longevity sort of requirements. Okay, in terms of revenue, they're not really asking you to have to make millions of dollars. They just love the relationship first. Okay, and you have to make sure that your First Citizens Bank does have a requirement in terms of the FICO score also. You got to have at least 575. You got to have 575. But once you have that, you are good to go. Okay, so you can actually borrow again and again and again. You can actually pay for what you need. So you can write a check with their with First Citizens Bank capital line, capital manager, and equity line, small business line of credit for your LLC. So the thing is, when we talk about LLC business lines of credit from First Citizens, you have to deal with 3 different types. You have what they call the capital line, then they have the capital manager, and they have the equity line. So it really depends on what really is better for your LLC. If you want to know more, it's just a lot better to contact them. Okay, I mean we've done the research, we know how they work, but your business may have a different situation. Your business is unique. Your business has unique needs, so only speaking to a direct rep will answer any questions, will help you answer any questions that you may have regarding a First Citizens Bank and whether this a First Citizens Bank business line of credit and whether this financing transaction will be better for your LLC. It's very important, okay? And one thing I also want to say here is that First Citizens Bank is really good when in terms of their digital banking strategy. Okay, their app is just fantastic. You can manage your business on the go. You can manage your accounts from anywhere. You can send and transfer money using ACH and wire transfers. You can receive accounts and account and security alerts. So with First Citizens is really, really great. Give them a try. I mean, give them a call and you can see what they have and you can see if they actually have a credit product that you may qualify for. So here are the steps I really want to explain to you because it's important to understand how to get an LLC business line of credit, but it's just better to know how to apply for real. Like you want to apply and get approved right away, right? So if you want to get an LLC business line of credit from a bank that pulls Equifax, please first you want to check your Equifax credit score. Okay, you want to make sure everything is fine, that you're comfortable with the amount, with the number. Okay, that the number is accurate. So you want to check for errors. If there are any problem, you want to systematically file disputes with the appropriate data furnishers. Okay, and so once you do that, once you have actually clarified that aspect of things, by the way, when we talk about Equifax credit score, you might want to check the other two also, because you never know, right? If there is a problem with TransUnion or Experian, and it just hasn't crept into your Equifax yet, it's a lot better to be proactive and anticipate whatever problem you're having on TransUnion to fix it right then and there. I want you to nip those problems in the bud when you actually think about your Equifax or TransUnion, okay? And then after that, you have to decide how much funding you need, okay? So you're looking for an LLC business line of credit, but you got to have an idea. You got to have a number. You got to have a number, and once from that number, you'll be able to see exactly whether you qualify. So you need to determine your eligibility. This is why I was just telling you to always contact the bank. You want to contact the bank. This is how you want to kick things off. You want to have a conversation with the loan rep or a line of credit rep, so you know exactly how much what they're asking in terms of eligibility, in terms of your credit history, your business revenue, your time in business. So business longevity is really important also, okay? And so once you do this, you need to research and compare lenders. Don't you go with the first lender. I mean, maybe you like Truist, maybe you like KeyBank, maybe you like First Citizens Bank, but never actually make a choice right away. If you have 2 or 3 options in your area, you want to sit down and you want to study those lenders, okay? If you have any question, you can actually call us and we'll just let you know which ones you might qualify for. We can help you, okay? We can advise you. And also, when we talk about lenders, don't forget credit unions also, okay? You also have online lenders. So in today's conversation, we focused only on those banks, traditional banks, okay? But we have another show that will talk exclusively about credit unions, and also we'll talk about online lenders, okay? And then you want to gather the required documentation, whatever they ask you, your personal and business tax returns, your licenses, your articles of formation, articles of organization, okay? Your bank statements personally and the business wise, your financial statements, a business plan. So you once you have everything, just submit it and you are good to go, okay? And again, it's just a lot better to submit everything at a branch, okay, instead of actually doing things online, so you can boost your chances of approval real fast. Before we recap today's conversation, here is the approach I want you to pay attention to. So we actually have a methodology on this show when it comes to categorizing, listing, and evaluating LLC business lines of credit that pull Equifax. Check this out. All right, right, let's quickly recap today's conversation. So here are the top 5 ALC business lines of credit that pull Equifax. Number 1, we have KeyBank. Our score 9.8 over 10. Number 2, we have Truist. Our score 9.6 over 10. Number 3, we have Fifth Third Bank. Our score 9.1 over 10. Number 4, we have Citizens. Our score 9 over 10. Number 5, we have BMO Harris. Our score 8.8 over 10. And in the bonus category, we have First Citizens Bank. Our score 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.